Well, hello my lovelies, it's Murky Meg here. Before I start this video, I would really like to ask a huge favour, please. I'm about to hit the most humongous milestone on YouTube, and that is 100,000 subscribers. I would ask anybody, if you haven't already subscribed, please do so and help me get to that particular milestone. It would mean the world to me. So if you like my content and you haven't already subscribed, please do. I'd be ever so grateful. Anyway, on with today's video. It's Friday the 30th of September, and in today's video I'm going to be discussing the aftermath of Harry and Meghan being on British soil, what that means for their future and what that means for their brand deals, because there's a lot of chatter at the moment with them backtracking and re-recording, editing and basically culling anything negative that they might have said in recordings, productions and or books, and it seems that they are scrambling around to try and cover their tracks. We are all acutely aware of what has been previously said by the couple with regards to the royal family and the accusations that they fired towards them through various media, the Oprah interviews, Dax Shepard podcast, Archetypes, The Cut magazine, and it seems that being present and centre for the Queen's funeral may have slightly skewered their plans, or they're reflecting on just how much love and support that not just Britain but the world had for the Queen and her successors. A lot of people are asking if being part of the firm was so traumatic as Meghan Markle has expressed, and she's expressed it quite verbally, how on earth could she step foot back in that institution when it was so traumatic? Apparently, according to various media, conversations are happening and they want to stall production. Apparently, Harry and Meghan want to edit their Netflix series due in the next 6 weeks to remove barbs at Charles and William and their significant others and delay its release until next year following the Queen's death. This is also happening with the book and Archetypes. Now, one would say if you didn't write such things in the first place, you wouldn't have to retract them. But we all know that that's how they get their bread and butter. These big books deals are not going to sign away millions of dollars for just notes. They want the juicy bits. They want the juicy details. And that's why they've been paid such a large amount of money, allegedly. Now, their documentary or TV programme, because it's not really kind of been put out there what it is. Well, it's said to be a docuseries. Well, docuseries, isn't that just reality TV? Well, TV cameras follow you around and see what you're doing, ergo like the Kardashians. Well, it's said to have been expected to be released after The Crown is being released in November. That's right, they want to release their docuseries / reality TV series after The Crown to really pump up those views. And we all know The Crown is so factual. Insert sarcasm. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking The Crown, it's great TV and I particularly like it myself, but I don't believe it. I don't believe every single word that they put in there. It is loosely based. Loosely being the term that we really need to focus on here. Anyway, I digress. It's reported that they want to edit their docuseries with Netflix and delay its release until next year after the Queen's death. Multiple sources have told Page 6. Now I know, Page 6, pinch of salt, I'm aware. And this docuseries is part of their $1 million deal with Netflix. I've said this so many times on this channel, is that these big conglomerate corporations will want people to sing for their supper. They do not give the big bucks without expecting something in return. They want the juicy tidbits. So it was due out in December after The Crown airs in November, and sources are claiming that Harry and Meghan now want to make edits to the series, which would possibly delay its release until later 2023. And the reasons for these edits? Well, apparently they want to downplay much of what they've said about King Charles III, Queen Consort Camilla, and the Prince and Princess of Wales. So let me get this straight. If they're rushing back to edit, they must have said some pretty harsh things. Now, a Hollywood industry source said a lot of conversations are happening. I hear that Harry and Meghan want the series to be held until next year. They want to stall. I wonder if the show could even be dead in the water at this point. Do Harry and Meghan just want to shelve this thing, they added? According to a Netflix insider, they claim that Netflix has been keen to have the show ready, streamed for December. There's a lot of pressure on Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos, who has the relationship with Harry and Meghan, to get the show finished. But let's not forget, this is not the only thing that they're trying to tone down. Apparently, according to the media, Harry has launched a last-minute bid to tone down his autobiography amid fears that his final draft might not go down too well in the wake of the Queen's death. Have they realised, like I said before, the love and support that the monarchy have? And how bad it would look that they were included at the forefront of the Queen's funeral and everything that went with it if they went back to California and just went back on the attack. It sounds to me like they're scrambling right now. Now, let's not forget, no actual decision has been made upon Lilibet and Archie's titles right now. They're up in the balance. And I suggest, this is my theory, that Charles is waiting to see what comes out of their mouths next. Now, Harry's book has already been signed off, ready for expected release right now, in autumn. But apparently Harry has asked for significant alterations. This could mean one of two things or both. That he wants to tone down his barbed attacks on King Charles, Queen Consort Camilla, and the Prince and Princess of Wales, or he also wants to talk about the funeral. Could be either or both. The latter of the two would be in bad taste, in my personal opinion. A source has confirmed to the media that Harry has thrown a spanner in the works. He's keen for refinements in the light of the Queen's death, her funeral, and his father Charles taking the throne. There may be things in the book which might not look so good if they come out so soon after these events. He wants sections changed now. It's not a total rewrite by any means. He desperately wants to make changes, but it might be too late. Publishing sources suggest that Harry might have limited wriggle room given he was handed a 7-figure advance. And his publishers, which are Penguin Random House, have already deemed the first draft that Harry did too touchy-feely and wanted more juicy bits. But the problem being is that things are changing now King Charles is on the throne. He wants a very slimmed-down monarchy. The palace website has already changed and reflected these changes. Harry and Meghan have been moved right at the bottom of the royal family website alongside disgraced Prince Andrew. And I can't do this video and not comment on what's happened in Denmark. The Queen of Denmark has removed royal titles from 4 of her grandchildren. The Queen of Denmark has said that it will be good for them in the future as the Danish royal family is slimmed down. Obviously, this hasn't gone down too well with the family, but hey, it's her choice. So yeah, that's kicking up a bit of a stink. But that sets an extremely interesting precedent with our royal family. Could Harry and Meghan be worried that one next wrong move and one next barbed comment could literally see them axed? It's a huge possibility, and one that a lot of the country is calling for. We know that Meghan and Harry wanted half in, half out. The Queen said, absolutely not. You are not to monetise your titles. They have HRHs, but they're not allowed to use them. They use the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. But could that all be about to change? Could one wrong move lead to everything going boom? And is this why Harry and Meghan are scrambling to change things? Because they know they are now on a knife edge. If they go ahead with all the barbed comments that have come previously and dig up the same things over and over again, and new revelations possibly, could it all come tumbling down like a house of cards? Because ultimately the titles are what matter. Without those titles, they are just celebrities. So I would love to know your thoughts on this. Why do you think it's being reported that Harry is trying to change his memoir? That the docu-series, I use that term in the very loosest of quotes, docu-series, it's reality TV really, isn't it, is being changed. Do you think Netflix are happy? Do you think they're going to let it happen? Do you think that they're going to be allowed Harry and Meghan to take out the juiciest parts and let it run? Is that what they're paid for? Netflix want them to sing for their supper. They haven't handed over all this money for nothing. They want the juicy gossip. And if they don't get it, what will that mean? And finally, what do you think about what's happening in Denmark? Is it intriguing? And do you think it could happen at some point if they put a foot wrong? Or if they don't put a foot wrong, do you think it's already in the pipeline of something that Charles is going to do? As always, I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.